Hello, it's Alan Morgan, Master Locksmiths, specialist in safe and safe locks. Today, making some videos regarding the Sargent and Greenleaf Titan, formerly the Z03, the direct drive lock. And we'll split them over several different videos so that you can just quickly find what's useful to you. First up, we'll do battery change. When the lock is low, instead of the usual just bleep and open, it starts giving a series of beep, 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 beep once you've entered the correct code. And then beyond that, when it's not got enough energy to actually open the lock, it will just give you a whole long series of beep, 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 beep. At this point, you'll probably need to change the battery before you can open the safe. Eventually, of course, if it's not been used for a long time, the battery will go completely dead and you won't get anything out of the keypad. But luckily, the batteries live inside this keypad at the front, so you can always change them even when the safe is locked. Always use a good quality brand. We're going to use the Varta industrial ones here. The manufacturers recommend Duracell. Of course, Energizer also a good brand, but don't use any cheapy ones or zinc chloride. They will not last properly at all. So to change the battery, if it's routine maintenance, you've had the signal, please open the door and lock the door ajar. And always do that when you're doing any programming on the lock. But if it's died completely, obviously you just need to access the battery and change it. So this little blue piece at the top of the keypad actually springs out towards you. And that will, I'll lift it up. So can you see that? Pulls out, in and out there. Once it's pulled out, you can turn the keypad a bit further anti-clockwise than normal. Like that. And that releases it so that you can just jiggle it a little, it'll pull out. At this point, hopefully you can see the battery and connector in there. We'll very carefully, just have to be careful of the connector and the cable when you're doing this. Remove that battery and unplug it. And then pop a new battery in. Only goes in one way round, and then we'll carefully jiggle that back in and make sure the cable is tucked in and out of the way. So then the shroud piece, the outer piece, will click back into place, and that's the new battery in. One thing to just double check: always cycle it completely open and locked once you've completed a battery change. Because what you need to make sure is once you've turned that back to the 12 o'clock position and once it's bleeped its locked signal, it is locked. Now and again, you can get it. So I don't know if you can see there's a little metal steel fork showing there, and the plastic tab has to engage into that. If it goes the wrong side, what can happen is you can open the lock and then lock the lock, but it won't actually lock. And if you turn the outer shroud again, it will just turn around and open the lock again. So always make sure that it's locking properly. If it doesn't, just pull the blue tab out, jiggle it out, and make sure you try and seat that correctly back into the fork. You might have to push the fork a little bit further to the 12 o'clock if that has happened. Hope that was helpful. If it was, please click like. If you want some other videos of other locks, feel free to go onto the website and details are there. And there's a contact form. So if there's any other videos of different types of locks that you need, you want some help programming or similar, then drop us a line and we'll do our best to help you. Thank you.